Hello everybody and welcome to watch our YouTube channel. So in this series we want to show you some ideas of street defense. This is one part of Panantukan concept. I hope you enjoy that. So we want to show you some exercises, techniques and ideas of that. We want to show you the first zero with pushing and then I hope you like that. So for us, this Panantukan concept is a martial art. It's not a real self-defense system, but we use some parts for self-defense, and that's we call street defense. Is a style or an idea for we use the concept in this system for the defense. So sometimes we use the manipulation or the destruction, the trapping, or we combine that, and we can do all things what we learn, and this is the way of self-defense or defense what we use in Panantukan concept. So that's why we call it street defense, and I hope you like that.
Okay, so what is street defense as a topic? The biggest difference in training is that it's not always the situation that you have one person and another person and then you say 1, 2, 3 fight and they start to engage. Because whenever you train that, we already have that in kickboxing and MMA. We know what's going to happen mostly when you do that. Street defense is a difference from the situation that sometimes you're way closer when the fight happens. There could be multiple opponents. It could be that you start off in a bad position already. You get overthrown, then you're on the floor and you have to start defending there. So when we train street defense, we will start in different situations and start from there to work our Panantukan. So when in this series, for example, we start when somebody holds you, pushes you, something like that. It's not always a let's fight. And that's a big difference. And therefore you will have different techniques and different options what to do and also how the fight starts. The other thing is that there's what you always say, there's no rules in self-defense, so we will attack weak points. You can go to the eyes, you go to the throat, you go to the groin, all this stuff. So you try to get an advantage through using weak points and dirty techniques, so to say. That is a big difference, but you have to train that. If you always train under rules, you will under stress also apply to these rules. So you have to train to use those techniques in the different scenarios, different situations, and to apply them under stress. And there's a different stress when you start in a scenario sitting down and people attack you. That's a different stress that you have than when you start off like in a ring and 1, 2, 3 fight. So that's something you have to train for, and what we do in Panantukan rather than in a sports setting. So the other difference from Panantukan street defense to, let's say, some self-defense system is, since it's a martial art and you've longer time to train and to get better year after year, you get progressions, you don't train in just simple applications. So it won't be a training where I say, if A does this, you have to do that. No, with longer time and over level and level, you will get more tools. I see Panantukan more as a big toolbox, and I tell you, you have these, and that tools. And you can try to apply this in different situations, and the more you learn, the more options you have. Maybe in the beginning, you will just have very basic tools and you cover up, you punch, and you try to get away. Later on, maybe you can choose, if you get better, to maybe you can control the attacker. Maybe you have to really destroy the attacker because there's multiple attackers, something like that. So the more you progress in the system, the more options you will have. But as you will see from the concept of Panantukan is, you have certain like reference points where you flow to different options. So you will still have, it will be like a reaction, so you don't have to learn everything, but you will react in different options. But the longer you learn, the more options you get and the more you can control the situation. which is a big difference to more self-defense systems where you have to keep it simple and short because the persons won't study that long. Panantukan is something where you study over years to get better, and the longer you study it, the better you can also control your street defense situations. Okay, in this situation, my friend Stefan will be the attacker, and he will start like pushing me aggressively, maybe against the wall somewhere, whatever. Like I said before, it's not always let's fight and we start like this. Most of the time you get attacked or the aggression comes to you. So what I will do now is he uses both hands to push me here. He will push me back. What I do now is I use the concept of destruction. Just keep the hands there. I use my hammer fist here and release the push by just hitting on the arm. Like a violent hit with my bone on his arm. That already feels really good. The second move is another hammer fist from this side. And I just follow up with a pretty strong right hammer fist to the jawline. The benefits of this is I stop the movement here. This one will open up a good area for my last punch, but this is also a cover. So maybe if he wants from here just pull this arm back to hit me, I will be covered up here because my right hand is up here. If I just maybe do something here, I want to do like old school, go wrist lock, he will just punch me. In this case, I can just react, have 1-2, and my hand is already here, and I open him up for my good shot. Which is a simple version how to react to this with the concept of the hammer fist, the destruction, opening up and then attacking a weak point like the throat and the jawline to deal with a situation like this. Another option to this problem, another solution would be when he comes here, that my first reaction would be to cover up. So I bring my cover up. We like to do a cover the way that we point the elbows to the opponent. It's more offensive, it's not too much covering up like here, but I bring the elbow here, so maybe he runs already into it. I break like his push with my elbow and come back here straight with the elbow, which would be a pretty good blow. So he comes in, I bring my hands up, come here, open here with the second one. Like in the solution we had before with the hammer fist, I can do the same if he just uses one hand and wants to punch me with the other. I cover up here, he runs into my elbow already, I come here and come back with the power shot here to solve the problem, so to say. So it's pretty much a different version of the same thing, so to say. This time maybe in shock, my first reaction would be to cover up. So I do this and work from there, use the same benefits, use the same concepts and deal with the situation. Okay, so we hope you like this clip and will enjoy the series that will come in the next days with the follow-up techniques. Make sure to leave a like and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Leave a nice comment if you want, or if you have any questions, leave a comment and we answer on that. And yeah, Stefan and me, hope you have a nice training and have fun.